It says we're live. Hello. Welcome, you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. At the tail end of February. I can't believe we're almost to March. But that was the inspiration for the sale tonight. I know Bill and I are having spring fever. So we're trying to get everybody in the mood for bunnies and flowers and birds and sunshine and happiness. So welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight. You guys have been chatty in the chat. Welcome, welcome. So I have invited Mr. Garden Guy Bill back to do a fun sale tonight. So we have 15 rounds each of vintage goodness to bring you guys tonight. So it's all kind of spring related, not necessarily Easter, but kind of spring inspired items tonight. So welcome, welcome. The very first person I see in the chat tonight is Miss Ruthie B. And while I have Ruthie highlighted up here, Ruthie has graciously agreed to be our official bid ender tonight. So thank you so much, Ruthie, for helping us out in the chat tonight. I certainly appreciate it. And if you guys haven't noticed, I have subscriber mode on, okay? There has been a major issue with kind of spam comments going on in the live sales as of recently. If subscriber mode is not on, I just didn't want any of that unneeded commentary down in the chat tonight. So that's why sub mode is on. So if you guys are just hopping on and you're not subscribed to my channel, you have to be subscribed in order to type down in the chat tonight. All right. So I see Miss Karen G. Hello, Karen. I hope you had a good birthday yesterday. Thank you for being here, helping out with us tonight as well. And I see Peppermint Patty. Hello, hello. And Brian has joined us. Hello, Brian. And the lovely Dawn is here with us in the chat. Hello, Dawn. And my neighbor to the south in Ohio. Hello, Karen. Good to see you tonight. There is Gavin. Hello, Gavin. Well, you have to work tonight. That's no fun. No fun, Gavin. There is Mama Pam. Hello, Mom. Good to see you. Aunt Kiki is here. Good to see you tonight. I'm keeping scrolling, you guys. Colleen has joined us. Oh, Colleen, we match. We both have little flowers in our hair.
Very tropical.
Tropical, yes. I wish I was in a tropical location as opposed to Michigan, but sadly I am not. Hello, Dee. Welcome. Good to see you tonight. Carol Glowy Girl has joined us as well. Hey, Carol. Keeping scrolling. Hello, Beth. Good to see you tonight. And who else do I see? Liz just popped into the chat. Hello, Liz. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Hello, Dawn. Sandy Bowman just hopped in the chat. And Deborah Williams, hey y'all from Texas, and Lisa Stoll, I see just popped in, and Daisy Girl just popped in. Welcome, you guys, so much for being here tonight. We're not going to take too much more time because we want to get through all the goodies for you guys and not keep you here super late. So thank you for joining us tonight. Very important, depending on if you plan on bidding on anything tonight, it's always a little bit faster option to watch on a tablet or a phone versus the computer. The computer is always going to be a little bit slower as far as the lag goes. So that's why we recommend a mobile device if you do plan on bidding. And you want to go into your chat settings. We have talked about this before. Make sure you guys are in live chat, all messages, not top chat. If you're in top chat, it's going to filter out some of the comments. It might filter out bids. You might not see them. So always check and make sure you're in live chat, all messages. And because of the lag that we always experience, not sure how bad it is today. It was a little wonky last night. We encourage you guys to refresh periodically throughout the sale. So you can either exit out of YouTube completely and come back in, or an easier way, you don't even have to leave the sale, is up above Bill's head, if you're on a mobile device, is a little gear wheel icon. If you touch that, you can hit playback speed and hit 2 times or 2x. That way, if you're at all lagging, you will hear us talk funny for a moment until you get caught up. And that will erase any kind of lag that you're experiencing. If you're watching on the computer, the gear wheel icon is down in the lower right corner. same settings for playback speed. All right, so I'm not even in live chat, so I'm going to fix that right now. All right, so we do have 15 rounds to bring you guys tonight. We will be doing all auction style items tonight, so that will be the live auction. We'll show you the item. We'll give you the starting price. I will pin it up here on the screen if you're interested in bidding on anything. We ask that you don't wait too long to put in the bids because of the lag. Type those bids in whole dollar amounts down into the chat. And while we are describing the item to you, we will do our best to note any kind of issues, repairs, chips, damage, anything funky with the item that we might be showing you. We try our best to show that to you while we're live, but do keep in mind vintage and antique items have had a life. So we do our best to show everything to you while you're seeing it here on the screen. And we will do a quick countdown. The highest bid that we see before the official bid end of Ruthie B will be the winner. We also do the just in case bids here on my channel. So if you're not familiar, the just in case bid is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item with the letters JIC next to it. So we just ask that you're an active bidder. So as long as you've put at least one straight bid in on the current item, you're welcome to utilize the just in case during the countdown only. And if you do put in a just in case bid and yours is the highest just in case before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. But do keep in mind, if there are multiple just in cases, those will turn into regular bids. Okay. And right now I do have our emails up here on the screen. So I've also pinned it in a comment at the top of the chat, also down in the description of the video, if you need to reference that. And my lovely mod squad does a great job at putting them in periodically into the chat. Easy to find that information. So very important if you win an item tonight, especially if you're a new buyer to either one of us, we do need some information from you. We need you to email us your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. If you don't have PayPal, that's okay. Send us an email with all of that same information. Let us know that you'd like to check out as a guest. When we do send out our invoices, we can email you a direct link to your invoice, and you can check out as a guest with any debit, credit card, Venmo. PayPal accepts Venmo now, or you can use your PayPal account. Okay, so that's all the information that we will need from you. You're welcome to pre-register. If you haven't, you can send us an email. We certainly don't mind that. And if you win, we do ask that you send the information either during the sale or as soon as the sale is over. So as soon as we start our packing and invoicing, we can get your goodies to you. I will have Bill talk about when he's going to be doing his shipping and invoicing and where he's shipping from, all that good stuff. And then I will go, and then we will get the show on the road.
Good evening, everyone. I am GardenGuyBill from the Garden State, which is northern New Jersey for me, up in the coldy, windy mountains. I have a few glass rounds tonight, so if you're someone who claims some glass from me, please don't open it when you get it right away. Wait a day, let it acclimate in the home. The rest of the stuff's probably okay to open, but if you do claim any of the glass, just keep that in mind because it's cold where I am. We still have like a foot of snow on the ground. So I will be invoicing starting tonight through tomorrow, actually. I have open boxes from Monday, so I'll combine any purchases if it's safe to do so. And I'll send it all the invoices will be out by tomorrow at some point. I'm wanting to get stuff in the mail, and I ship to the US and Canada only. And that's all you need to know about me. Nice and simple, good packer.
Yes, absolutely. I can concur. And you get a nice little seed packet in your box.
If you're in the United States. Canadians, I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to send them to you.
I will be doing all of my packing and invoicing tomorrow. If you guys bought anything from me last night on Fantastic Finds and you get something tonight, as long as it's safe, I can combine ship those items for you. So I'll be invoicing on Friday. You'll definitely see something from me. I do only ship to US and Canada at the current time. And Bill and I both utilize Pirate Ship to get you guys the discounted rates on shipping versus retail. at the post office, and I ship from Michigan. So I think that covers all the nuts and berries of the sale tonight. Welcome everybody that has popped in since I have been talking about how the sale was going to work. Good to see you guys tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And so I'm going to go first. Bill wanted me to go first tonight, and then I will have Bill go, and then we'll flip flop until we're through all of the items. All right. So again, Ruthie B. Let me find Ruthie. Ruthie is our official bid ender tonight. So look for Ruthie's icon. That's who you're chasing for the bid ends tonight. All right, let me get the screen put back together. All right, so my first item tonight is going to start at $12. And I have this cutie pie, and he does date to the 50s. He's a little 1950s plaid bunny in pink. Super cute. He is sawdust stuffed. Okay. He's very firmly stuffed in there. None of the sawdust is poking out. He doesn't have any holes or anything. He's in really, really nice condition. The only thing I have sold these before, and there would have been a little tiny white tag right here coming off the leg that says Japan. Somebody previously cut that off. So it's not there anymore. But he's darn cute. I thought he would be cute for Easter or just springtime in general. He does have wire armature in his ears, so you can kind of bend and do what you like with the ears. But you want to be careful when you're bending the vintage wire. Sometimes it can poke through the fabric or snap. So just be gentle if you do have anything that has the wire armature in it. And he has bright pink eyes, and I didn't test this out. I bet you they glow. Yeah, they do. It's not going to show on screen, but they glow like a bright orange for the eyeballs. So he's just a little bun. He just measures 6 inches tall. Or he might be a little bit more than that, depending on how you have the ears positioned. He just has a little embroidered nose and mouth in pink, and that is the original pink bow that came on him as well. All right, and he does sit up on a level surface. All right, so you guys, thank you so much for being here. Hello, John. Let me get caught up in the chat. All right, I am seeing you guys. Thank you so much. And Suzanne, that's a new name to me. Welcome, Suzanne, is in at 20. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 21 or more. I'm going to count it down. And if you are bidding, you're welcome to utilize those just in cases. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid it. Some of the, is it snowdrops, Bill? The little tiny like crocus flowers. I saw some of those poking out in the grass today.
That's so exciting. Those are the ones we would expect to see first.
Yep. All right. There is the bid end from Ruthie, the bunny bid end. Thank you so much. All right. So Suzanne had the 20 bid, but Debbie came in there with a just in case of 30. So Miss Gutierrez is going to take the bunny for 21. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Normally, I start seeing the daffodil leaves just poking up by now, and I don't see them. So, the plants are confused by.
There hasn't been a lot of sun, and I think that,
yeah,
at least we haven't in Michigan. We haven't had a lot of it.
The plants are confused. They don't know what's going on.
I know. They always are.
Yard already, Trina. Holy cow! I have the stems from last year because I never cut
irises already. Wow.
Yeah. So $5, Amy, and I have the cutest flock lamb you ever did see.
Oh my word!
It is a blow molded lamb, and it's a big one. I'm not going to call it little because it's 7 inches tall, 6.5 inches from side to side. And what I love about this, you can actually see the texture. So it is a blow mold flocked on top, and they did the flocking. It makes it look like a real lamb fur,
like curly Q. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like curly Q. Now, because it is an older piece, every now and then you will see a little darkening in spots. There's one here. There are a couple on its rear over here, but we don't see any areas where the flocking is removed. It's all intact. It's in really, really good condition, but such a sweet face. And it's like, again, it's a bigger piece to stick into a display. So, and it stands nicely as well. Let me just get it. Let me get it to stand. It's just a really good, flocking good piece. Super cute. Satin bow around. Oh, the train is passing Amy's house.
Oh, Kim heard it last night. I guess it is loud. It's not. It's maybe like 3 or 4 blocks from my house. So I guess I just don't notice it.
Yeah, look at the texture, Amy. You can see it really well
Yeah,
there.
it does. It looks like
Isn't that great?
the fleece of the lamb.
Yeah. And what I would say, everyone, normally I know what order I'm bringing things in tonight, but tonight I have no idea. I really didn't put them in order. So if you saw something in my preview that you're here and you've been waiting for, just put it in the chat and I'll try to bring it while you're here in case you're not going to stick around for the whole time. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested on this flocking good lammy, 7-inch tall lamb, now is the time to put your bid in. We're looking for 8 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Even the bottom of the feet are flocked. It's kind of crazy. Oh, and there's like little hooves too. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I think it's
He's
super
really cute.
All right, so Ruthie is our bid ender this evening, and there it is. Thank you, Ruthie, and thank you, Trina. You didn't need your just in case. This is yours for $7.
Congratulations. All right. Okay, I have a choice round up next. These are a little cumbersome to show, so that's why I'm doing them next. They're darn cute. Okay, so before I show you them standing up, I want to show them to you individually. Okay, so these are actually new old stock. They were in their original packaging, but the plastic was so deteriorated and just not, it was icky. So I took them out of the bag. I know that sometimes that's a little against vintage rules, but I thought they needed to come out. So these are little place card holder, like little girls, and they do stand up. They, I don't know. I mean, the red one obviously reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood, but then we have the one dressed in blue as well. And there's also ones that I saw that also came in yellow and green. But I just have red and blue ones tonight. I have 4 available, so 2 of each color. But I put these 2 together so you could see what they look like. So they have little, like, not exactly tissue paper, but more like wax kind of tissue paper for their little skirt. And it has a little metal tab that you bend over to form the skirt. And then it has the little kickstand to where it can stand up for you. And then it's just plain on the back side. So I'm going to show you that they do stand. Really cute. I thought that, these are very easy to put into a little spring display if you wanted to. There we go. So that's the red ones and the blue ones. And then when they're folded flat, this is what they look like.
Are these Germany, Amy?
No, they're made in Japan.
Because remember the deer you sold last year that I bought? They would look so good with those.
Yeah. Nope, they're Japan. Like I said, I did take them out of their packaging. They are stamped very faintly Japan down here in the corner, but this is what they look like when they're folded flat on the back. And these were all new old stock. They needed to get out to breathe, the plastic was just nasty. I don't know where they were stored, but they were not in very good condition. So I have 2 of the red ones and I have 2 of the blue ones. Super duper cute. I don't know. I love this kind of paper, cardboard, ephemera kind of stuff. And amazing to me that it survives, without being completely mangled.
And I love that you can open them halfway and put them flat up against something if you needed to.
Yeah, I just don't know how you would keep it because the paper is so taut, like it just wants to go back on itself. If you could figure out a way
I use popsicle stick.
Keep it open, halfway. I'm not sure how you could do that.
I use a popsicle stick on the back. That's what I do with the deer that I have.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, you could just, adhere it to the
piece, yep.
That's a good idea. All right, Mr. William, I see you in at 8. Thank you so much. We're looking for a 9 or more. I am going to count it down. I can't hold all these and do the computer at the same time. So bidding on choice, you can take one, multiples, whatever you would like. If there's anything left, I'll bring it back at the recap. All right, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right. I see you just in case. I don't think you're going to need it. All right. There's bid end from Ruthie. All right, William, let me know if you want red, blue, combination, all of them. Let me know, and I can just watch the chat. Thank you so much. All right. One of each. You got it. All right. So William's taking a red one and a blue one. So I will bring a red and blue back at the recap. All right. Let me get Bill back over here.
I also have an $8 choice round, Amy.
Okay.
And I have my planters for the evening, and I couldn't decide between the 3 of them. So I'm bringing all of them because I have this little menagerie of Easter.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, aren't they perfect? And at first I was like, oh, maybe I should bundle these because they all look so good together. But I decided someone might want a duck, but might not want a lamb. So let me show you one by one. The first one is this amazing little American bisque duck. And these are all in great condition. No chips or cracks on any of them, but there is crazing on them because they are the 2 older sort of pottery companies that did this. This is American bisque. The other 2 are Shawnee. And they look so good together because of the colors. They're all in the same yellow, pink, and green tones. But this little duck is super cute. The painting on the face is great. The eyes are in really good condition. You can see the crazing on the inside of this planter. The duck is 4.5 inches tall and 6 inches across. Super, super cute. The second choice is the jumping lamb. This is a Shawnee. Got a little garland of flowers. Isn't it so cute? Has a little garland of flowers around its neck. Eyes are closed, just having the time of its life. It is a flat-backed planter, so that's always a nice feature too. It's in super good condition, just some crazing. The lamb is 4.5 inches tall, 5 inches across. And then the last one is the bunny. The little bunny who's got one ear up, one ear down. He's looking up to the sky, wondering what's going on, sitting next to a basket and a couple carrots in the front of the basket. Super, super cute. Yeah, I love these planters.
I do too. I like the little basket that's molded in that one.
Agree. So here are the choices once again. Oh, and the bunny is, they're all about the same size as you can see. The bunny planter is 5 inches tall, 5.5 inches from side to side. So if you're interested.
All right. I'm not sure if we have a really bad lag or not, but I see 3 bids at 8 and Karen's back in at 9.
When I do the countdown, I'll go ahead and start from 20, Amy.
Okay. Yeah.
And let me just say, I'm going to do the countdowns to give you all a few seconds to account for the lag. And again, if you know the little trick, if you hit the top of your screen right now, right over Amy's head, a little gear icon should come up. If you hit the gear, you can choose the option called playback speed, and you can set it to 2 times, which should catch you up to where we are. So I haven't started a countdown yet, so no just in cases, but I will go ahead and start the countdown now. We're looking for 12 or more, and active bidders can use a just in case. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Hopefully that was slow enough.
Yeah, it does seem like we are experiencing quite a lag. So we will be doing 20-second countdowns going forward. If you guys are interested in bidding on stuff, don't wait to put your bids in. Try and put them in as soon as you can. Okay.
So Jacqueline, thank you so much. With your just in case of 22, you have first choice at $21. You can just say duck, lamb, bunny, or some combination. And then it goes to Karen at 20, Delights of Mine at 16, Leslie at 15, Wanda at 14. We should
I don't
come
know
up
how
with
you choose. I like them all.
I don't know. Like now that the bidding is over, let me ask the people. Do you think I should have just sold them all as a group? I can never decide, but don't they
Oh,
look so good together?
hey, Mary.
I just didn't know. I didn't know.
I mean, they all have like really good coordinating colors.
Yeah,
So.
I agree. I agree. It is a hard choice, Jacqueline. Okay, thank you very much. They're all yours.
Good choice. Good choice. All right.
We know what you meant, William. We know
Well,
what
we
you
know
meant.
what you meant, William. I know that wasn't autocorrect either. All right. I have a very hard to find Rumpelsqueak tonight. I was happy to find this guy when Mama Pam and I were visiting Iowa a few weeks ago. I've never run across this one in the wild. You guys know I love the squeak toys, especially the Rumpelsqueaks. And I've never run across the larger lamb. This is quite a bit larger. Usually we're used to seeing the smaller fleecy lamb, one that's about this big. This one is significantly larger. This lamb's name is Josie, Josie the lamb. And she still is very nice and soft. She does, squeaker alert, still squeaks. Okay. But I will say, she has aged in color a little bit. She would have been bright white when first produced, but the rubber is still nice and soft. Now, the squeaker on the bottom is metal, as most of them are. There's a little bit of cracking going on. This is pretty common with the Rumpelsqueaks. She does stand on her own. Let's see if we can get this balanced correctly. There we go. She does stand on her own, so easy to put into a display. She doesn't have to lean against anything at all. Relatively good condition. There's no tears to the rubber, no holes. Sometimes these, if I run across them, sometimes the Rumpelsqueaks just get completely hardened or they're like kind of mangled to one side. She's really, really good in the correct position she's supposed to be in. Paint is really lovely on the face as well. I have added this little vintage pink velvet bow on here, but it can come off. It's not glued on or anything like that if you don't want to keep that on there. All right. Measurement for her, she is 7 3/4 inches tall and 6 inches wide. All right. I know. I love the eyes on this. Yes, it is, Carol. It's a harder to find bigger one by Rempel. Yes, it is. All right. And her name again is Josie, Josie the lamb. All right. So I see Glowy's in at 19. Nikki's back in at 20. So we're looking for 21 or more. I am going to count her down. We are experiencing a weird lag. So we're going to do 20-second countdowns. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, Nikki, I see you're just in case. Oh, Chloe put in one too. Thank you guys for joining Bill and I tonight. We certainly appreciate you guys all being here and showing community down in the chat. Thank you so much. All right, there is Ruthie's bid end. Chloe, your 41 came in after the bid end. So with the just cases in play, Nikki's going to take it for 33. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Let me get Bill back over here. There we go.
$8, Amy, and we're going to stay in the same vein. I have one of the Ruthie Newton illustrated books. I have the nursery book.
I love that one.
This is a 1957 Whitman book. And let me just tell you at the outset that there is some paper missing on the spine here, which is really the only condition issue, major condition issue with the book. Someone has put some Scotch tape down here at the bottom. But other than that, no child is written in it. All of the pages are intact. There aren't any rips. There's nothing. Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate that. There are some indents up here, like something was said on it at some point because it's on the cardboard, but it's really only on the cardboard. But the interior is spectacular. Just even the entry pages are just, they're so good. It makes me want, I was thinking like, should I photocopy these and get my adult coloring pencils out to color them in? How cool are they?
The hardcover Ruthie Newton books are significantly harder to come by than the linen-like softer book.
But super, super cute book.
I love it.
And this book, I didn't know this, and because I've seen this book before, I've never opened it before. Each page section is a new story. So there's like stories in here I've actually never heard. Oh, look.
I know.
Oh, she reminds me. Oh yeah, she looks like one of my things I'm bringing later today. And look at this one. How cute are they?
So cute.
Yeah. I mean, just for the illustrations themselves, all signed by Ruthie Newton. It's pretty amazing. I can't. Every time I see like
that's one of my very favorite ones that she ever made.
Yeah. I just think Amie when I see things like that. This one's sweet too.
So cute.
Yeah. So
and the
cute.
Little birds. And
then just a tiny little illustration on the back cover. But we will bring it back at the recap so we can move it along.
There it is.
I'm going to start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, I see a couple of you coming in. I'm going to start a countdown in just a few seconds after I show you the cover one more time. And 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. God, each one of these is frameable.
I know. I found like the linen-like version of that, and it was falling apart, and so I framed the pages.
Look at this little poor boy. Oh. Thank you for the bid, Ruthie. So thank you all for your bids. Carol, this is yours for $21. Thank you so much.
All right, trying to figure out what to bring next. I can't decide either, Bill. I mean, I have an order of stuff,
or watch our previews and help us choose.
I can't really decide what I want to bring. All right, so we're going to bring her next. This is an Inesco Golden Girl is the series. They did a series of just ladies with bonnets, and then they also did a series with the ladies with the flower hats. And she is one from the flower series of the Golden Girls, and she is dressed in yellow. There are pink flowers and brown flowers as well. They do have pops of gold in the spaghetti on there and applied rhinestones. Sometimes if I run across these, those are usually missing, but she still has her original ones on there. So the foil sticker for Inesco would have been right here. There's a little remnant of it. It is missing. Now, for the flower series from the Golden Girls, these were more so used on like vanity trays, stuff like that, more kind of accessories like that versus the other Golden Girls, which were more utilitarian pieces like salt and pepper shakers, jam jars, planters, that sort of thing. She does have the hole on the side, so you could put a plant in her if you wanted to. She was marketed as a cotton ball holder. She does have a couple other dresser pieces that coordinate with her. There's a lipstick holder, a bobby pin holder, and just a figurine as well. She's in okay condition. I will say there's some crazing that's present. There is on the back of the hat here, there is a little flea bite right at this top ridge. It's not really visible from the front, but it is up there in the back. But I love the little flower face. She's just so sweetly painted with her eyelashes and the little spaghetti. I see buttermilk and cream is in at 18. Thank you so much. So yes, those are the other pieces that exist. All in the yellow colorway. There's a whole pink colorway of the same pieces and brown flowers as well. If you want to do a little collecting going on, she does measure 4 by 5 3/4 inches tall. Okay. All right. So I see Daisy Girl's in at 19, looking for 20 or more. And I am going to do a countdown. If you're bidding, you're welcome to put in that just in case bid because of the lag. And I'm going to start the countdown now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I love that you always ask me if I have a planter when someone else is showing it, Philomena. That's so funny. I do not have these. I had them at one point. I don't have them right now.
She would look kind of cute with a little like air plant or something coming out, or like the little succulent, the little pearls,
the little string of pearls. She needs something that has a little flower on it.
Oh yeah. All right. I see. I can agree with you on that. All right. There's the bid end from Ruthie. Thank you so much. So Daisy Girl, you did not need your just in case. She is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Why, hello, Misty. Good to see you.
Misty.
I have some kitties, everyone. $12 choice, Amy. I have some kitties, and to our best guess, Amy and I, we think these are probably Grant Crest because they are sweetly sugared all over. Do you see all that gorgeous sugaring with the pastel colors? So that's our best guess. They do have a blue and white older Japan paper label on the bottom. And there are 3. They're all in different poses, so there are 3 to choose from. This is the largest one. This is the one that's standing. They are 2.5 inches tall, but super, super cute. Blue overalls. You can see the overall straps on the back with a little pink bow tie. So this is the first choice. Second choice is the little one laying on the ground with her feet up behind her. She's got the yellow outfit on with a blue bow. I love the face, but the glitter or the sugaring is all over these. So, so good. And then the third one is the one with the little pink outfit and the green bow tie kind of sitting down. Super, super cute. They all have overalls on. I always wanted to wear overalls. Never could.
I never found them that comfortable. I never found them that comfortable.
I always wanted to. I was a farm
boy. Love the pose on the pink one. That is really
Isn't that great?
Do you see the pose that we usually don't see?
The arm is tucked under the leg, which is super cute. Like on that side.
Yeah.
Actually, he's sitting on both of his, or they are sitting on both of their hands. I think it's really, really cute.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh, they're focusing nicely now. Oh, good. I was trying to get a focus. Oh my God, these bifocals are killing me. I know I say it every time, but I cannot get used to them. My goodness, growing older. Yeah,
it's the sugar pants family.
That's exactly what they are. They're like the sugar triplets. They're the cats from the city in Oz, the Sugar Plum City.
Yes.
Yeah, these are the cats who live there. All right, I see that there's a bid, so I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time to get your bid in. We are looking for 13 or more for choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, hopefully I will get used to them. Oh, the blue Viking. Oh, Karen, I hear ya. The blue Viking. All right, there is the bid end. Thank you very much.
I don't see a straight bid from Jacqueline in the chat. unless
Right.
it got filtered out, but I don't see one. So Wanda would be your winner.
Yeah, I'm looking at both the chat on my computer and my phone, and I don't see it
Yep.
anywhere.
So Jacqueline, we just asked that you put in one straight bid. So you're a current bidder before you utilize the just in case. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Wanda gets first choice then.
So Wanda, we're just going to claim by standing, laying, or sitting, or some combination. The closer you get to me, it looks like the better they focus. Yeah, I might need to go back. I agree. And thank you, Wanda. They are all yours. I sat on my older pair that worked really well.
Oh
So
no.
congratulations, Wanda. They're all yours at $12.
Darn it. All right. Do you have transitions in them, Bill?
No, does that mean they get darker and lighter?
I think there's like not a visible line in
No, there's no
between.
line. Yeah, there's no
No.
line.
Okay.
Ugh.
I don't wear glasses, so I don't really know, but I know my mom does, and she likes the transition lenses. So, all right. I do have a brooch for this evening, and it is kind of special. You won't really find this one, not one that looks exactly like this, anyways, online right now. And I think it's focusing very nicely for you. This is a lucite bird brooch. And it's blue, red with a little pop of yellow. And then there's an applied eye. It's not a Google eye. It is actually riveted on the back. And you can see the two rivets that hold the pin back on there. It's reverse carved. So the lucite is carved on the back side. You can see where all the cut marks are on the wings and the tail on the back side. And there you can see the rivet for the eye, holding the kind of three-dimensional applied eye on there. It does have a safety clasp on the back. It does work in good condition there on the back. But I thought I would bring this because it's the perfect brooch for springtime. There's a little bit of minimal scratching to the lucite. I did give this a cleaning, and it shined up pretty nicely. It was kind of dingy when I first found it, but I thought it's pretty awesome. I've never come across one of these in the wild. I've seen a few of these before at antique shows, but I have never been able to purchase one. So measurement for it, it does measure 2 inches long by 1 3/4 inches tall. And I will say for the carved, the reverse carved lucite brooches, especially in the bird shapes, they are very valuable and harder to come by, not broken. If you can imagine, those wings would probably get broken off if they weren't taken care of very well. But I just loved it. I loved it. Looks like a Lee Stein. I couldn't actually find a maker on this one. I found some that were very similar with the same applied eye, but there's no definitive marking or anything on it on the back. All right. So I'm not seeing any interest in this, and that's okay. I can bring this back at the recap if you want to think about it. All right. We'll get Bill back over here and started. There we go.
Okay, Amy, I'm going to bring my high price items for the evening just to see if I can find a home for them. So this is going to be a choice starting at $52.
52, you said?
52, correct. If anyone is interested in adopting one or both of these little stiffs that I have, I've just had them for so long in my collection. I need to find a home for them. They are both fantastic. I have a bunny and I have a kitten. And they both do have their ear tags with their model numbers on them. And I looked up the model numbers, and they are, you can actually search information about these particular stuffed animals or plushes based on the numbers you see on these tags. Both of them have their made in Germany tags and their stiff rivets on them. So the first one is Hoppel. The bunny's name is Hoppel. I think that's German, actually, isn't it, Amy? For
it
bunny.
is.
Yeah, I think it's German for bunny. I always have to ask Amy about the German because she knows.
Well, my German's a little old, Bill, so not all my translations are still there anymore.
We'll just go with it. It's bunny. The great thing about Hopple here is Hopple has whiskers still. As you can see, they're intact on both sides. If you look on the solds online, one of the common caveats with this particular bunny is that the whiskers are missing, but they are there, and a super cute and clean,
So cute.
furry little tail on it. Really, really cute. This is the smaller of the two that I have tonight. It's 5.5 inches tall and 6 inches across, and it has a really beautiful red bow on. So that's Hopple. The second choice is Susie. Susi is the kitten's name. The kitten's name is Susie. Also has her.
That's a much older one.
Yeah. This one, and actually, you can tell by the numbering. When you look at when you put the numbers in, you can actually find Hopple's a 1980, by the way. So yeah, still has its rivet, still has its stife tag. Gorgeous. Look at those eyes on it. So pretty.
I bet you the eyes glow on that, Bill.
I didn't check actually, but Susie actually comes in a couple. No, Susie comes in a
Sometimes
couple.
They do.
A couple of different variations. This is sort of the striped one, which I think is really, really cute. Great ears on her, super face. As you can see, Susie still does have some of her whiskers. They're not in the best condition, but again, as Amy said, this is an older plush. The tail is molded around, so it sits down on a surface really nicely. So there they are next to each other. As you can see, Susie is a little bit taller than Hopple is. Susie's bow is weathered. Let's just say it's lived its life. The light blue isn't so light blue anymore, but it's gorgeous nonetheless.
I've never seen one of those bigger Susie cats. They make them in smaller, much smaller than that too.
Isn't that funny? I've seen tons of smaller stife lately, but the bigger ones I haven't seen so much. And what's really interesting too, you can tell one is older than the other because the mohair on this one is a lot stiffer. This bunny is really, really soft. And I think that's a change you saw over time with a lot of the stife.
I'm like fairly confident that it's from the 50s. I have several stife catalogs, and I've seen Susie Cat in most of the earlier 50 catalogs. She could be maybe late 40s, but definitely early 50s.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about these. I just know that I found them, and
I love the stife. They're like one of my favorite things.
Super cute. All right, so thank you for your bid, Jill. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, now is the time for choice on either Susie or Hopple. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It must be stressful to be a bidder tonight with this lag. I know I get really stressed when it's lag.
Really bad. I'm sorry the lag is so bad, you guys.
So Jill, thank you so much. You have first choice at 59. You can let me know if you would like cat or the bunny. Then Nikki, you're back up at 58. Kaylee's at 56. And that's all we had. So I'll just watch the chat since we only had 3 bidders. I was guessing you wanted the kitty. So Nikki or Kaylee, if you wanted the bunny, let me know. And if you'd like to pass, that's absolutely fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys again for being here with us tonight. If you guys are not subscribed to Garden Guy Bill, his information for his YouTube channel and Instagram, definitely go give him a follow if you're not for some reason. But give him a follow if you're not. All right. I do have one handmade piece tonight, so I'm going to do that next. And it's not necessarily Eastery. All right. It's definitely, I had more spring in mind, but definitely could incorporate into your Easter display if you wanted to. All right. So this is one of my vintage ribbon spool arrangements. And I have incorporated this cutie pie flocked ceramic Joseph Originals bunny on here. So I will show you the ribbon. So it's a vintage Gibson satin ribbon in the buttery yellow color. This was new old stock. I try and pick these up when they still have none of the ribbon is missing on them. All right. And I'll show you the back. So the Joseph bunny has the little original Joseph Originals Japan sticker there on the back, a very light tan cutie pie bun. And of course, I've adorned it with some Kitschtastic plastic, flowers and stems. The only thing that is not vintage on here is this little kind of molded flower in white right there. Everything else that is on here is vintage. The little brown spun cotton mushroom there. I loved putting this one together. It is signed by me on the back. Hello, Shannon. Good to see you. So just perfect for springtime, poking out of the garden. I kind of thought of Bill when I was making this one. I know probably you don't like bunnies in the garden, but
oh, I do. I can't help it. They're so adorable.
They're so cute. Yeah.
Especially like the baby bunnies. Oh, I love them.
Oh, the little babies. So it measures 4 inches tall, and then if there's anything that's hanging off the ribbon spool, that's where I get the measurement for the width. It's 3 1/4 inches wide, but so dang cute. All right, I see. Let me get caught up. I see Nikki and Jill is in at 42. Thank you so much. So we're going to count Bunny down so we can keep it moving because we have a lot more to get through tonight. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid ends. I'm getting all the bunnies and the chicks and the ducks, all the crafty bits out to make some more, you guys. This is not the only one that I will have. Easter is pretty second to crafting to next to Christmas for me. I like the Easter stuff. All right, there's the bid end from Miss Ruthie. Thank you so much. Root beer float, Dee. That sounds really good. All right. I did see some just in cases in play at the end. So Jill had a 42. She put in a just in case of 45. Nikki had a just in case of 48, but Peppermint Patty had a just in case of 66. So Peppermint Patty, this is coming to you for 49. Congratulations. Thank you so very much. All right. Let me get Bill over here.
Believe it or not, Amy, my garden arch nemesis aren't bunnies. They aren't squirrels. They aren't deer. Around here, it's the chipmunks. I cannot grow a strawberry because of the chipmunks. They'll sit right on my windowsill and eat the strawberry, and they turn it around
in front of you.
Like this. Oh my god, drives me insane. All right, so I have a glass round starting at $10 for choice. I have 2 of the same pieces of Indiana glass, but they are different colors. But I think they're both great for Easter springtime. I have the Indiana Glass Diamond Point Pedestal Compote. The first one is in an ice blue, but it really comes across as a beautiful lilac, which I think both of these with some Easter grass in the top and some really beautifully painted Easter eggs would just look amazing as a centerpiece on a table or on a side table somewhere. Super, super pretty. And again, when you see this in the real world, it looks really blue on screen. It's more lilac-y blue than it is the blue that you're seeing right now. It's really, really pretty. It definitely gives me Easter color vibes. So again, these are starting at $10 each, and they are 7.25 inches tall and 6 inches across. They're both in great condition, no chips, no cracks, just beautiful, beautiful Indiana glass in the Diamond Point. If that's not a color you'd be interested in, I also have the beautiful frosted clear, which is really white. Again, I think for the season, just a really great option. Imagine putting some of your little stuffed plushes in here as a display with some Easter grass or filling it up with Easter candy. I just think they're fantastic.
I just saw somebody on Instagram. I can't remember what color they had, but they had one of these and they built like a bird's nest in it. And then they took like,
cool.
you know, those little felty birds that you can get at Target,
Yes, yeah.
and made a little bird's nest in there. It was super cute.
Oh, I should get one of Bridget's beautiful bluebirds. You know her bluebird ones that
Yes.
she's been making. They would look so good in here. So you have choice between the blue, ice blue, lilac-y color, or the frosted, clear white one. And they're both the same exact design, just different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown for anyone else who is interested. Now is the time to get your bid in, or you're just in case if you're an active bidder. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh yeah, actually a pillar candle would be a great idea because the bottom is sort of flattish. You put a pillar candle in here and then decorated the outside with
Around it. Yeah.
that would be really, really neat too. So there is the bid end. Thank you, Ruthie. So Karen, you have the high bid at 20. You can let me know if you wanted the frosted or the blue or both. Karen's going to take the blue. She was on top of it. She knew what she wanted. So I have the frosted left. Trina, if you're interested, let me know. And if not, we'll bring it back at the recap. Not a problem. Thank you both.
All right. Okay. 24 is my next round. And I don't know, these are going to be a little difficult to show. For the Christmas ones, they're a little bit easier to show than these, but I'm going to show you the top of the box so we know what we're looking at, and I'll show you them one by one. So we have the Commodore Japan place card holders in the flower design. All right, and they're all in here in their original box. So I'm going to show you each of the flowers. All right. So they're all different colors of the flowers and no chips on any of them. I brought these because I think they're pretty fantastic to display Easter cards, ephemera, postcards, photographs. You don't have to necessarily use them as place card holders, but they're pretty great for holding ephemera. All right, so that's why. And actually, if anybody is interested in this set, then I'm going to include this little ducky Easter card with the set. All right, so I'm going to show all of them to you. So that's the first one. It's kind of a darky purple. All right, and then we've got a little light pink one. And then we've got a darker purple. There's a darker purple one. There's no chips or anything wrong with any of these in here. There's one in here that still has the Commodore sticker on the bottom. This one is kind of like, it looks kind of like a daffodil flower to me. It's kind of yellow with a darker brown in the center. And this one is kind of yellow and brown with the red center in there. All right, William, I see you at 24. Thank you so much. And then we have this bright red one that looks kind of like a poinsettia to me. This is the one that has the Commodore sticker on the bottom. I've got two more to show you. Then we've got a pretty red rose one. And the last one looks to be a yellow rose. Okay. So I'm going to include the little Hallmark ducky greeting card. I thought she was the perfect size to fit in here with her little flowers in her hat. All right. So I see William's in at 24. So we're looking for 25 or more. And you are getting the original box and all the place card holders that are in there. Again, made by Commodore. All right. We're going to count these down. William, I do encourage you to use it just in case because of the lag. All right. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. The lag, the lag. All right, there's the bid end from Ruthie. Thank you so much, Ruthie, for helping us out tonight. All right, Mr. William, you did not need your just in case. Coming to you, sir. Thank you so much. All right. I know. I love me some Commodore too.
So, Nikki, I see your question. I don't have any sheep or lambs that are Joseph's, but I'm wondering if you're referring to the piggies. They were little Joseph's piggies. So I'll bring them now. So this is a $13 choice round. The first choice are these awesome little pigs. They are Joseph's. They well, I think they are because they have that Japan sticker on the bottom, but they're actually named. This is Patricia the pig. They're sort of the Irish pigs. This is Patricia the pig, and this is Patrick the pig. And they both have little stickers with their names on the back, which I think are super cute. They're salt and pepper shakers. They both have that typical Joseph's stamp on the bottom. I'm not sure if this is the one, if what you were referring to, Nikki, but that's the first choice. And then the second choice in this round, because it's a little St. Patrick's round, are these gorgeous little Irish lasses. And the best I could come up with is these are either Lefton or a Lefton. They were bought by Lefton sometimes and not other times because there's a sugar and a creamer and a napkin holder in the same sculpt, but these don't have a Lefton stamp on the bottom or sticker, but I think they are the same sculpt as the Lefton pieces. Oh, and the only condition issue on any of them is one of the lasses has just a tiny chip on the rim of her bonnet. So here are the choices. What I think are the Lefton little Irish salt and pepper girls, or Patrick and Patricia Pig, the little Irish Joseph's pigs. The pigs are 3 inches tall. The lasses are 4 inches tall. And these are the only Josephs I brought today. So I'm not sure if these are what you were talking about. But I think they're super cute. These ones I considered whether or not they should stay in the St. Patrick's Day cabinet or not, because I mean they're Irish pigs. I just love them so much. Super, super cute. So I do see a couple bids. So when I see bids, I'm gonna start a countdown. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time to get a bid in. And the active bidders can use a just in case. Right now we're looking for 16 or more for choice on the lasses or the piggies. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Super cute is the exact word I would use, Steele. I agree. So there is the bid end. Thank you all for your bids. Thank you for the bid end, Ruthie. So Amanda, you have first choice at 18. You can let me know if you would like the glasses or the pigs. Then Meadow Girl, you're back up at 15. Daisy Girl Meadow Girl at 17. Daisy Girl at 15. And I'll just watch. Amanda's going to take the piggies. So if anybody wanted the lasses, just let me know. And if not, I'll bring them back at the recap. Okay. Thank you.
Sounds good. And again, if you guys are a new buyer to either Bill or I, you can send us an email to both of us at the same time if that's easier for you. Make sure and email us. We need your YouTube screen name, your real name, full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to, or if you need to check out as a guest when we send our invoices out. Okay. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. All right. So I have a planter up next. And I love these. I don't come across them very often. Usually if I do, it's the cardinal. But I have not come across the robin in quite some time. And I, again, thought that this was a perfect piece to bring in springtime. And this is a robin planter. It is made by NAPCO. And it's got all of the markings and stamps down here. Numbered, the robin, NAPCO wear, and foil sticker there on the bottom. These pieces were airbrushed. They're not sealed in any sort of way, but the color is kind of fired on in some of the places, but other places it is prone to scratching. Pretty good. I don't notice any chipping to it at all. There's a little paint loss right there. There's a few paint scratches here and there, but for the most part, this one's in really nice shape. The only other thing I wanted to note, this is like a manufacturing thing. I think it had a bubble that was trapped in it when it was molded. And there's a little divot on the top of the head. It is painted, so I think that there was probably a captured bubble in the mold, but I absolutely love, very lifelike, not as kitschy as I usually tend to go toward, but I do love the more realistic painting that they did on this, and the pretty blue flower that is down here. What kind of flower is that, Bill? Do you
Oh
think?
no, it's those 5 petal flowers are always a problem because they could be so many
They could
different
be
things.
just about anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And it's just so the colors in it are kind of brown, like a darker gray kind of up here in the tail on the wings for the feet, and then that bright yellow that's popped in there. I love it. Love these birds.
These are so reminiscent for me of my grandmother. She had this collection of bird mugs, and there were like 8 of them. And I'm sure this was one of the birds on those mugs.
Yeah, yeah. For the planters, I think there are 4 different birds that they did. There's the robin, the cardinal, the blue jay, and a blue bird. Those are the 4 that I have seen. There might be another one, but it is a large planter. It does measure 9 inches long by 6 3/4 inches tall. So it's a statement piece, but I think it would make a really cute centerpiece for a table. I just love these birds. I'm not seeing any interest in her, and I will bring her back at the recap, and we'll get Bill back over and started. All right.
Well, I'll bring a bird just to see if I have anybody interested. I have this little critter looking for a home.
Oh,
Now, this poor guy is separated from its mate. This is a salt shaker. This is the Norcrest salt shaker, bluebird. But I only have a single. I only have a single. It is in really great condition, 360, except for the beak, where you see a little bit of paint loss on the top and on the bottom of the beak. But other than a little touch up would be great. Other than that, it's in great condition. And if anyone's interested, I'm going to start it at $1.
what?
$1 for a Norcrest
Oh
bluebird.
my gosh.
It needs a little beak gloss or beak stick. Is that a thing? Lipstick on the beak?
Beak stick?
Beak
Like
stick. Yeah.
chapstick?
Yeah. Look at that face though. Isn't it gorgeous?
I love the Norcrest.
Yeah. And look at I just point out the tail feathers, because when I see these, that's where you always see the chips and the breaks are on the tail feathers. And who knows, maybe one of you out there is trying to complete a set. Maybe you have one and you need the other one. I don't know, but I think they're so cute. And just as a little figurine in your display, these little Norcrest cuties are just so good. So good. And I'm sure if you have the talent of Amie, that beak's not going to be a problem to.
No, that would be pretty easy to touch up for me.
Yeah. But other than that, in really great shape. It even still has its stopper, if that matters. Maybe you just like pepper. I never use a salt shaker ever. I just use pepper. So maybe you just need one. I don't know. I can't believe when people say they like salt. To me, it tastes like metal.
I don't like a lot of salt, but some things just need some sort of flavor.
I will say one thing I do put salt on, Amie, is the Pizza Hut pizza.
Well, if you put enough Parmesan cheese in it, you probably don't need to put salt on it, though.
Yes, Colleen, you may ask. I teach nursing. I teach epidemiology to nurses. So that's what I do. In fact, I just got done with class earlier today. Super cute. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. No reason to continue this. So if you're an active bidder, you can put it just in case in. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Birdie bid end.
Ooh, you got some more coming in. All right.
And there is the bid end. So thank you all for your bids. It looks like with Carol's just in case of 32, Nikki, this little dude is yours for $33. Thank you all for your bids.
Congratulations. I'm glad he found home for sure. Okay. $12 for my next round is going to start. And I have kind of these little niche things that I like to look for. And I am a big hanky nerd, but I especially love vintage children's hankies.
Oh,
And this one, so cute. I found that over the weekend. And this is a licensed little golden book hanky. It is stamped down at the bottom. This does date to the 50s. It's in amazing condition. I very rarely come across the children's hankies in this nice of shape. And very brightly colored still. There's no holes, no stains on it. And it's all the illustrations from the Fuzzy Duckling little golden book. It's so cute. Hang on, let me get caught up in the chat. All right, I see Trendalin's in at 18. Thank you so much. So these are great to frame. I have also seen somebody's collection on Instagram where they have taken a whole bunch of these and framed them up and made a little gallery wall of the vintage children's hankies. They also make really cute valances if you sew some of them together for a cute little curtain in a child's room. I love these. And if I ever find them when they're in this nice a shape, I do love to pick them up to pass them on. So measurement for it does measure 8.5 by 9, and it does date to the 1950s. Really brightly colored. So the border on it, it's showing a little bit more green on camera, but it's more of a turquoise, a teal blue on the border. But so cute with the little duckies going all the way around. So great. All right. So
duckies are my favorite. They're my favorite Easter animal this year. I don't know why. The ducks are so cute.
It's the year of the duck bill. All right. So the duck bill. Lord. All right. Hi, Robin. Robin's in at 19. So we're going to count it down. Don't forget those just in cases if you're an active bidder. All right. We do have quite the lag going on. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I've also seen people make quilts out of the vintage children's hankies, and if I ever run across one, I'm definitely going to get it. But there's some of the cutest little quilts made up in all different animals. All right. Bid end from Ruthie has come in. I like the Achu bid end. It's really funny. All right. Let's see. Nikki had a just in case of 25. Robin had a just in case of 31. Nikki came back in with a straight bid of 32. So Nikki, this is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right.
$26, Amy. And I have one more piece for St. Patrick's Day. I have a gorgeous piece of Balik in the basket weave and shamrock pattern. This is they call it their cookie jar or their biscuit jar, but it is gorgeous. It's amazing. It is 5 inches tall, 6 inches across, no condition issues with it whatsoever. And it's a bigger piece. Balik tends to be on the smaller side. This is a bigger piece, and it does have its lid also in amazing condition with a really beautiful little handle on it. Super, super good. And if there are any resellers here, you might want to consider this if you look it up. This might be a good thing for you to grab for resale if you're interested. But again, a lot of you have heard me say this. Since I have my parents' collection of Balik now, I have a lot of doubles, and this is a double for me. So I don't I don't need 2 of these amazing pieces, especially because this is a desirable piece. So if I can find a home for it, that would be great. Yeah, absolutely. You could use it you could keep the top off and use it as storage. You could pop a plant in it or some false shamrocks in it. That would be really cool. But it does have the beautiful lid on it. So you have a lot of options for what you might do with it, whether or not you keep it out all year or you just bring it out during the season. Really, really pretty. And again, this is called the basket weave and shamrock pattern. So there are a lot of coordinating pieces.
That would hold a lot of M&Ms, Ruthie.
So it's funny. I'm looking at your icon now, Lynn. I saw O'Leary's Pub. That makes me think maybe you have a connection like I do to the Irish. Yeah, it is really, really pretty. I think so. Let me just get some black behind it. And again, you probably have heard me talk about this in other sales, but Belleek is fine Irish porcelain. It looks a lot like Lenox, but Lenox is a lot sturdier than Belleek is. Belleek is thin. So it almost is, it has some weight to it, but in some ways when you hold it, it feels like you're holding a feather because it is very, very thin porcelain. And this is actually one of the thicker pieces. But if you look, it's just a really, really thin porcelain. So, so pretty. All right. Thank you all for your interest. I am going to, yep, Grandpa from Ireland. I got 2 grandpas and 2 grandmas from Ireland. Everybody came over. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown if anyone else is interested. Active bidders can use it just in case. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. County Kerry, I love it when people know what counties their families are from. Yeah, that's a big deal in my family. They're all from Cork. County Cork. There is the bid end. Thank you, Ruthie. So it looks like the high bid before the bid end was Meadow Girl at $40. Congratulations, Meadow Girl. This is coming to you.
Congratulations. I love the lid on that piece.
Isn't it good? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I have some salt and pepper shakers up next. And these might be the modish bird shakers I've ever come across. They're very flower power, very reminiscent of doves. They remind me of the Beatles. I don't know. I'd never run across these in the wild before, and they just were screaming springtime to me. So these are completely cold painted. The yellow, the white, and the red. Well, I guess it's more of an orangey red for the center of the flowers in there. They are stamped Japan on the bottom. Both have the stoppers there on the bottom. Hello, little white quail. This one has a tiniest little flea bite on the bottom edge. When it's sitting up, you cannot see it though when it's on display, but I did want to note that was there. Otherwise, really, might be just maybe a little tiny pinpoint scratch in the flower in a couple places, but very, very nice condition on both of these before. I did see that there was another colorway of these that came
orange.
in.
I had orange ones.
Orange and blue. Orange and blue. Yep, on these.
And they are very partridge family. You're right, Franny.
Very partridge family.
Right from the partridge family.
Hello world. Yeah, we're all gonna sing that now. All right. Hello Lillian. Good to see you. All right. So measurement for these guys, they're 4 1/4 by 2 1/2 is the sizing for these guys. We've got a 3-holer and a 2-holer, if that matters to you. So definitely a matching pair. All right, so we're going to count these down because we have several more rounds to get to, plus a recap. All right, so we're going to keep it moving. Lillian's in at 16. Oh, the NBC peacock. Yep, I see that too. They're just so bright and happy. They make you smile when you look at them. All right, we're going to count them down, looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tweet, tweet, bid end.
We've been bringing all the good birds tonight, Amie.
Yeah, I've been saving the birds for our sale, Bill.
I've got one more set of birds too.
All right, Lillian, I see you're just in case. There's Ruthie's bid end. You didn't need it, so these guys are coming to you for 16. Thank you so much.
$18 for choice. I have my last glass round. I have some beautiful early 1900s to 1910s Jefferson glass. I have two pieces that are both rose bowls in the blue opalescent. This one is in the shell, or some people call it the fan, but I think Jefferson called it the shell and dot pattern. You can see the dots on the beautiful base here. So the shells go around, and it's just a gorgeous opalescent rose bowl. Sorry, a cat just jumped up with ceramics. Bye-bye. Go, 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 go. Okay, I'm back.
I understand the feeling, Bill.
Especially what's on that side of the table right now. Not good. Not good. But yeah, just a gorgeous piece of early American patterned or pressed glass from that amazing company. No chips, no cracks. All the ruffles are in great condition. Rose bowls are named because you can use these little areas of the ruffles as flower frogs and do a really nice display without having to put a piece of metal or wood on the inside. So this first one, the fan and dot pattern, is oh gosh, I have them written down. This one is 4.5 inches tall and 5 inches at its widest. So that's the first choice. The second choice is also a Jefferson blue opalescent rose bowl, but this is in the pearl and scale pattern. This is this is from 1905. We actually know the date of this one. This is a much less common pattern. If you can see up close, you can see, oh, it's focusing really nicely, the pearls and the scale. And this was, back when there were a lot of like water follies, is that what they were called in Victorian times, where all the beautiful women were swimming in big pools in the big kind of opera houses, and everything had a lot of reminiscence of mermaids and oceans and things like that. And that's what this pattern was meant to sort of evoke. This one's a little bit taller than the other one. This one is 4.5 inches tall. Is that right? 4.75 inches tall, but only 4 inches across. Again, in really, really good condition. And as you can see with this one, you see those lovely rings down at the bottom, down here. Really, really pretty. There's just a lot going on with both of these in terms of pattern. So you see the pearl detail here with the scale, the pearl or bead detail up here at the top, where the concentration of opalescence is.
It is very mermaid bathroom.
Yeah, they both are, aren't they? And then the fan or shell with sort of the dots or the water bubbles down at the bottom. Yeah, even the color, it sort of evokes that idea of water. And that's what was happening in that early, the early part of the 20th century. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, yes, the ruffles are actually meant to be floral frogs. It's just a really great design. Rose bowls are just pretty incredible for those of us who love our florals. So we'd be looking for 19 or more for choice. If anyone else is interested in getting in on this early American glass, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
It's my favorite color of opalescent glass.
Isn't it so nice?
I love the blue.
Fostoria's blue, I think, is the best.
Oh, yeah.
It is the best. So when it comes to claiming them, we'll go tall or shorter. This is the taller one, the scale and pearl. The shorter is the fan and dot. So I got to take my glasses off to see this now. So it looks like there is the bid end. Robin, with your just in case of 31, you have first choice at 20. Let me know if you wanted the tall, the one with the scale and pearl, or the shorter one, the one with the fan and dot. And then Steele, if what's left over is what you wanted, it's yours. If not, I'll bring it to the recap. Yeah, opalescent glass, I mean, it has to be up there with with
She wants them both.
favorite things.
Good
Awesome.
choice.
They look great
I
together.
wouldn't be able to pick one either. I like them both too. All right. Let's see. I have $16 for my next round, and you're going to get both of the things I'm going to show you. And if you were at Fantastic Finds last night, I had a very similar vintage handmade little skunk made out of chenille stems. Tonight I have the little chickies made out of chenille stems. So this is the Mr. Chick. All right. He's got his dapper little fedora hat on, which is so cute. If that were my size, I would totally wear that hat. But somebody sweetly handmade these. I love these kind of things. I don't know. And then he's got the little tail feathers poking out in the back. He's holding a little cane. There's his little feetsies. He is made out of a styrofoam ball. Little felt, and then plastic little eyes. So that's Mr. All right. I see Karen's in at 16. Thank you so much. And then look at her. Look at those eyelashes. I can't. Kitschtastic plastic. I love it. So good. If I had eyeballs like this, I would totally make something with these kind of plastic. I can't find the plastic eyelashes. Otherwise I totally would. She's got some little flocked millinery flowers that she's holding in her little wingy. So cute. And then she's got a little sunbonnet with some more millinery flowers. It looks like these are just attached by straight pins on here. And then the flowers are actually like stapled onto the hat. She's got some little tail feathers going on back here as well. So dang cute. They measure 4 by 3.5. Okay. So here they are together. You're going to get them both. I found them both. I couldn't split them up. So we're keeping the kitschy chicks together. All right. Let me get caught up in the chat. Metal Girl's in at 30. Thank you so much. Grandma and Grandpa Chicks. Absolutely. Yes. All right. Trendolin's in at 40. We're counting them down. Ladies, put in those just in cases because of the lag if you're actively bidding. All right. We're going to count them down now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid. And yeah, lashes for days is for real.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of mascara it is, but I need some help in that department for sure. I don't have that kind of length. All right. Waiting for Ruthie's bid end to come in, and there it is. Thank you so much, Ruthie. All right, so Trendolin, you got in there right before Ruthie's bid end. So these are coming to you along with the skunk. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
Okay, I was iffy about what my last thing would be. This isn't my last thing, but I finally decided I would bring it. If anyone's interested, I'm going to start this at $52 because again, it needs a home. I have this made by Knickerbocker cameo Cupid bunny. It's a Ruthie Newton.
It is.
Yeah. So super, super cute. In terms of condition, look at the face. It's amazing. The hair is amazing. The hat is amazing. But I do want to point out that the corduroy does look like it's been sitting in the sun. Amie, can you see that? How the green is turned a little bit yellow in areas?
A little bit.
A little bit.
It could be like wear from, touching it.
From loving it. Yeah.
It could be that too.
It has just a tiny, tiny little separation in the seam here, and it is also a music box, as many of these are. It does play, but it's so slow that it's kind of painful to listen to, but it is present, it is there. And then of course you can see the cameo mark here on the neck, but it's just the face, because I've seen these faces, they get so messed up, and the kids have worn the hair off because they've loved it so much. Still has its plastic hat. If you're not familiar with this hat can come off if you need to clean it. There's just a slit in the top of the hat. I've seen these hats with a flower on them before, Amie. There's no flower.
I've seen both ways.
Okay.
I've seen them plain and with a flower.
And it's a full foot tall. Like Amie explained earlier, there is wire armature in the ears, so they are bendable. I can tell by touching them that they have been bent 1,000 times over time because they're like this on the inside. They just go back and forth and back and forth. So obviously, when I do it, I'm super careful. But I just think you need to have these big full ears on this critter. Look at the side eye. Cupies with side eyes are always the best, right? And I just want to point out, look at the coloring on the white.
I know, he's very clean.
Yeah, really clean. Look at that face. So cute.
Killing me, Bill.
Sorry, Amie. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If there's any other, was I getting yelled at by somebody? Might have said other words, Bill. Did I say something bad?
I don't think so.
I probably did if Karen heard it because she hears things correctly.
I don't know, Karen. What did Bill say?
What did I say? Anyway, I'm going to start that countdown if anyone else is interested. So if you're an active bidder, you can put a just in case in, or you can try your luck out. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, said 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Good to know I didn't say anything. Sometimes I wonder. Even in class, some days I'm teaching something and then a student will tell me afterwards, they're like, do you know what you said? And I'm like, no, I'm an old man. I forget what I said. So there is the bid end. Thank you, Ruthie. So Karen had a just in case of 70, but Carol came in with a just in case of 82. So Glory Girl, this comes to you for $71. Congratulations.
That's amazing. All right. Congratulations, Carol. Okay. I have another planter for my next round. This one's actually a wall pocket planter. And usually it's an unspoken rule that if I have a sale with Bill, I have to bring a pixie in some sort of capacity. So tonight's little wall pocket planter pixie is made by Royal Sealy. And that's usually a name that you probably don't hear me say very often. Royal Sealy is known for their like fine china pieces or very kitschy lambs or cats. Usually these guys don't come up super often. And the marking is very faint down here on the bottom. It does say made by or hand painted Royal Sealy Japan on the bottom here, but it's just this little pixie bug. He's hanging out underneath this beautiful flower, and it is a wall pocket. You can see the hole there where you could hang it on the wall, but you can just use it, sitting upright as well. The only notable issue I wanted to point out about this is there is a factory flaw, and I'm calling it a factory flaw because it's glazed over. I don't think that the point came out completely clean when it was molded. It's not a chip because it is glazed over there. But I did want to note it. It's really not super noticeable, but it is very good condition. Did I have a similar one? Kim, if you watched my videos, like I did, like this was in a recent video, actually 3 of them. I actually found 3 of these together. And so coloring for him, he has kind of it's like a rusty brown coloring for his shirt, yellow collar. He's got a little purple flower for his hat. And then the opening of the big flower is also kind of a purpley pink color. No chips on him, just that little factory flaw that's kind of on the end of this leaf, but it is glazed over, and this is not cold painted, so you don't have to worry about any of the paint coming off of it. Really good condition otherwise. These pieces I really don't come across. I think maybe in 11 years I've only found one other one of these. And then there are little figurines that kind of coordinate with the little bug pixie as well. All right, Miss Deborah, I see you're 20. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 21 or more. Measurement real quick on him before I count him down. He is 4 1/4 by 4. I think that would look really cute with flowers coming out of the top of the flower myself. All right, we're going to count him down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I do have 2 more different flower ones that I'll be bringing to sales in March. So I'll be bringing the other ones very soon. All right, there's the pixie bid end from Ruthie. Thank you so very much. All right, Deborah, this is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
$24 if anyone's interested. Amie, I also have a planter, but the planter in this case is not the star of the show. It is this gorgeous bouquet of pink roses that are beaded. Yeah. The planter is good too. It's actually an Anarco planter, believe it or not. It has its Anarco sticker on the bottom. But this is just a gorgeous, full bouquet of pink roses. I think it's glorious. It is really, really clean. If you've heard me bring these before, I did clean it with canned air because these get super, super dirty, especially these ones that are like layered with petals.
Wow.
So it cleans up really, really nicely. And again, they are submergible, so you don't need to be gentle with these, except that the wire on them becomes really brittle over time because these are older. These are like, they can be as late as the 30s, but super, super pretty in this little urn planter. The planter itself is in great condition. I will point out right here on the front is a little bit of rub. It's not a chip, it's just a little bit of rub where something rubbed up against it. I did not take white out to it. I know a lot of people do that. That's what the back looks like. So they've really done a nice job kind of cascading the back to give the whole piece some height. Because I think it looks really good from straight on. It obviously looks great from above, but sometimes this beaded art doesn't look good from all sides, but you have a couple really great opportunities, and it's all posable too. You can futz with it and make it look however you want. But I counted at least 5 sets of blooms on here. So there are a couple big ones, then a couple smaller ones, and then a few on the sides that are just opening. So it's really, really pretty, especially if you're a fan of pink. So good.
The work that goes into making these flowers.
I know. Jason joked that I'm like in my basement making these, and I'm like, I couldn't even see these. Like I've been my arthritis and my
tiny seed beads, just putting them on the wire just straight.
I don't know. And the thing is, this is like one of those arts, like making lucite candles, that is more expensive now than buying vintage ones would be. The material that goes into this, it's like baking. Your mother must be magic when she bakes, because baking is expensive. I tried to.
It is. Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of money. Oh, that would be great if you had a piano, just to put it on your piano. Yeah, lots of good display options for something like this. And I should tell you what the size is. I should measure it so I can tell you what the size is, because it's a nice size. It's probably the biggest one that I've brought. It is 9 inches tall. Pretty impressive. So thank you all for your interest. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time to put your bid in or your just in case. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just waiting for Ruthie's bid end. And there it is. Thank you, Ruthie. So Karen, with your just in case of 44, this is yours for $31. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. All right. I have $12 for my next round. I have brought something similar to this before, but I found this one recently, so I thought I would bring it because it's perfect for springtime and Easter. So this is a 1940s, it is a cardboard record and children's record made by Voco, V-O-C-O, and it's from 1948. I love the graphics on these children's records. The good thing about these, and I will include the plastic little stand. So it's very easy to put into a display if you want to display it that way. And because it's got the hole in the center, these are great to hang on the wall as well. So we've got the Hippity Hop Bunny, so cute on the one side. And the other side has Pop Goes the Weasel, with the weasel and the cheeky monkey and the little shoe shine table. Really cute. Both sides are cute, but I definitely was going for. Have I tried to play it? No. Typically with the children's records like this, I never try and play them, just because usually I don't find them in any kind of sleeve, and I feel like probably there would be a lot of skipping. I have never test played any of the children's records. Usually I do if they're the larger size records that have a sleeve, but I usually don't with these. So at your own discretion, but I just really don't think that, I don't know. I don't think so, because it does look like there's some surface scratching to me on it, but I'm more getting it for the display abilities, because of the darling graphics on it. So measurement for the little record is 7 inches, 7 inches round. Really cute for height if you like to, decorate with different things, incorporate. I thought it would look really cute with a little bunny figurine, maybe some ceramic carrots, if you have something like that to go with it. I mean, I've never seen a weasel figurine. I can't recall if I've ever seen a weasel figurine, but I definitely was more so going for the bunny. Yes, the cereal
We need
box
more love
record.
for the weasel.
Huh?
We need more love for the weasel.
We do. I mean, I've seen miniature. Okay, I've seen the Hagen Reneker little miniature weasel, but I've never seen an actual figurine or even salt and pepper shakers. That's really interesting, Bill. Really interesting. I'm going to have to do some research and see if some weasels exist out there, because I just don't know. Miss Karen, I see you're 12. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 13 or more. I am going to start that countdown since we have a couple more rounds in a recap. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We were just talking about the cereal box records just recently, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's sale. I remember we were talking about that. All right, there's the carrot bunny bid end. There's no weasel emoji either. But if anybody was going to have the weasel emoji, it would be Ruthie. I swear she's got different emojis than I do. All right, there's the bid end. So with Karen's, just in case, Karen, you win this for $14. Thank you so much. All right.
Okay, $16, Amy, and I have a little flower lady. I have this little flower lady. Amy and I think she's Napco because she has a sister who's holding an umbrella. And that's the only one I can find online. I don't find this one holding the candle online, but she's pretty nonetheless. So she has a little dress made out of sort of green bluish flowers. She has a little hat, and as you can see, there's no condition issues with her. Her arm is intact, her candle's intact, her petals are all there. She just doesn't have any markings or numbering on the bottom. So whether or not she was a short run from Napco or she was sort of maybe a trial, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but her candle is definitely molded to her hand. It's there. And when I was flashing my black light around, I didn't even intend this, but I flashed it on the candle wick.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that neat?
Glows.
It's really cool. So when I look at it, it does look like Dayglow green paint is there. It didn't occur to me. And it glows
look at that. It's like she's holding a uranium candle.
Exactly. Really fun. Now, whether or not that was intended, I don't know. It's a nice little side effect. But this blonde ponytail girl, you can actually find her. She has one of those sort of hollow little tubes where a parasol is supposed to be inserted. This must just be her sister. But again, I didn't see her in any of my books or any of my other research. This particular one, she is 4 inches tall, and she's got the sweetest little face. Again, no repairs. The arms are intact. They've never been re-glued. Just she's in really great condition. She just needs a home. She just needs a home with her little candle to light the way. Thank you all for your interest. We have a couple more rounds, so I'm going to start a countdown. So now is the time to get your bid in if you are interested. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, maybe she's a sleepwalker and she needs a glowy candle. Super, super cute. There is the bid end. So, Karen, congratulations. She is yours for $26. She'll look lovely next to your beaded pink flowers.
Awesome, awesome. All right. I have another bird up next. This one is really stinking cute. And it's a little trinket box. Okay. So this is a little bisque birdie box. And I'll show you a part in a second. Really cute little, looks like a little baby robin in the little bonnet, perched upon a log. You can see it's the little sculpted log there. Just taking a little rest. Super cute. This is made by Lefton. All right. I'm going to show you. Here's the bottom. And it does have the Lefton stamp and partial sticker there on there. There's no chips on this piece, but I love how they made the little log, even with the little side notch and everything. Tiny little detail in this thing. And it's just a little trinket box. How cute is that? So keep your little, you could keep it by the sink and put your rings in there. Hide tiny treasures, whatever you want to do with it. But usually I don't pick up the bisque things, but the face got me on this one. I had to get it. It's so dang cute. They did a couple other of these tiny little boxes like this with a couple other little woodland critters. But I love the tiny little birdie. It's darling.
I love the bonnet. The bonnet is everything.
I know. It just makes the piece. You could hide your jelly beans in there if you wanted to for Easter. Although you can't.
Jelly beans don't last that long.
No, they don't. But the good thing about the size is you could just pour the jelly beans right in your mouth. All right. Robin, I see you're 12. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 13. I am going to count it down since we have one more round and the recap. Oh, measurement for him, he is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so that's the sizing there. Just a tiny little birdie. All right, we're going to count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Birdie bid end. I love the little shoes too. She's wearing little green shoes.
Everything. I love it all.
Don't we wish all birds, walked around in tiny little bonnets and shoes? All right, there's the bid end from Ruthie. In my anthropomorphic mind, that would be perfect. All right. Robin, you didn't need your just in case. She's coming to you for 12. Thank you so much.
$24, geez. Amie. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm an old guy again. I keep saying.
I'll forgive you.
I have some birds, anthropomorphic birds wearing some blue bows. I have some great long boy shakers.
Oh, well,
these are amazing ducks. They are made by whales. One of them has the whale sticker on the bottom. They both have their cork stoppers. They are amazing. I've been saving them for Easter time because I think they just would look great in somebody's Easter display, poking up over the back of another thing that you have. Yeah, and they are big, long boys. These are 7 inches tall, and they're in great condition. I can't even say that there's a chip, a crack, or even crazing on them, but I will say that there is one manufacturing flaw. There is a little dent there, but it's been painted over, so that's clearly from the ceramic when it was made, right on the cheek. But other than that, so good, so good. Clearly marked S&P. That's always a great thing when you're going to use your salt and pepper shakers. Where does the salt come out? Oh, right there, right in the front. But super cute. I love these long boys. I think if I were to start a collection, I say this all the time, but this would be a great sort of collection to have. I think they're just so
all the tall ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the long ones. I love the long ones too. The ones that kind of lay across like the squirrels. And
Oh,
stuff.
like the long cats or the squirrels. Yeah.
Yeah. Super good. Again, no condition issues, just really great condition. Really good coloring. You can see that one has a bit more yellow than another. I just love it when they make them a bit different so you can distinguish them.
They have a lot of personality.
Yeah, they definitely do. They've got a lot to say. I don't know what they're saying, but they have a lot to say.
Wah is what they're saying.
Why am I holding salt and pepper? I'm a bird. All right, we're getting close to the end, so we'll move it along and we'll look at them again in the recap.
Okay. All right, last round, you guys, and then we'll get to our recap. All right. Okay, I have, I'm ending my rounds with a book tonight. Of course, I've been saving this one. I think I got this at a estate sale in December. And I was like, okay, I know this is the perfect book. So this is Spring, and this is a little storybook about Bunny Hopwell. That is the bunny that is on the cover, and Bunny Hopwell gets into some trouble throughout the book, but it's very cute. Good condition on the book. It does measure 8¼ by 6½. It's from 1954. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the pictures in here. I won't show you the entire thing. This was Susan Anderson's book. Once upon a time, she has wrote her name right here. It is in pencil, so I believe you could probably erase that if you wanted to, but it is there. Okay, condition wise, it's very nice condition as far as the book goes. So it starts out in kind of the winter with Bunny Hopwell, all right, and some of the other forest critters. They've gotten a snowstorm. Here's some of the other bunnies. I love the illustrations in this. It's really cute. There are a couple other Bunny Hopwell books in a series for these, and I'm going to skip ahead so that we can see. I won't spoil the story there, but now we're getting into springtime. The trees are starting to bud and the birds are starting to come out. I love the robin sitting there. This one, I think, if you like to incorporate books into a display and use it as like a background, I thought this one was really cute with the violets and the cute little bunnies hopping around. And the bunny story does have a happy ending. All right, there's the last page. I won't spoil the story for you, but it's a very cute little story. All right, so I see Elizabeth is in at 9. So we're looking for 10 or more. It is a wonder book, again, from 1954. We're going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And actually, this book was the inspiration for my handmade arrangement tonight.
So cute.
All right, there's the bunny bid end. Thank you so much, Ruthie. All right, Elizabeth, I think you're a new buyer to me. If you have purchased from me before, I can't remember, but do make sure and email me your information if you're new. I am doing my invoicing again tomorrow, and I think Bill is as well, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I also brought some ephemera for my last round. I made a little lot, a mystery, sort of a mystery lot, because you can't see everything, of some Easter ephemera. So I'm going to start this at $1. If anyone is interested, inside of this little sort of mystery ephemera bag are 12 vintage, all 1950s. Easter cards that were sent to a grandson and a granddaughter. They came from a scrapbook, so many of them do have glue marks on the back, but I actually removed them from the scrapbook using a technique, so none of them have rips or tears in that area. Some of them are a little discolored, but they're old. They're just super cute, and there are 12 on the inside. About half of them are to the grandson, and about half of them are to the granddaughter. Some of them have flocking. They're all cool in some way, but you really can only see the ones that I sort of put on the outside because I did want to make it a little bit of a mystery. But I can promise that they're all super cute. Yep, a lot of 12
Bill
Easter.
has very good taste in greeting cards. I will say that.
I love them. I love them. I spent quite a bit of time taking these out of the scrapbook. The scrapbook was just a mess.
Falling apart. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like that paper, it just crumbles in your
It
hand.
is. Yeah. Especially if it's exposed like to high heat or something, it just crumbles. Yeah.
And I don't like ripping them off. And I learned that most of the glue that was used for scrapbooks prior to the 1970s is water soluble. So you can actually float a page from a scrapbook in some warm water. And after about 10 or 15 minutes, depending on how much glue there is, it separates naturally. It leaves the glue on the original paper. And then you can use a pressing method that I read about online to keep the cards flat. And all of these have been through that process. Yeah, it took me all afternoon to do 12, but
you should film that the next time you do it, Bill, because I'm very interested in learning that technique.
You know who sent me the link for it was LaDonna. LaDonna actually was taking apart some Victorian scrapbooks, and I messaged her when I heard that she was doing that because I wanted to learn how to do it, and she sent me a link to a video. But I have probably 100 more to do, so I could film it. That would be a nice little project. All right, everybody, we've seen these long enough. There are 12 beautiful Easter cards on the inside. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I was super nervous when I started with the Victorian Christmas scrapbook that I have because I'm like, I'm going to ruin these cards. But I tried it with one card and it works perfectly. It's crazy how it works.
That sounds very interesting. I have to know how to do that.
It's really, really neat. So there is the bid end, Ruthie. Thank you so much for sticking with us tonight.
Thank you so much, Ruthie.
With Robin's just in case of 27, Robin, this comes to you for $15. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who bid.
Congratulations. Okay. So I'm going to get Bill and I both up here on the screen. All right. So we're going to move into our recap. And that we're bringing back anything that didn't sell during the sale in case you weren't here at the beginning or you've thought about something. We are bringing it back for one more chance. And so these are going to be quick claims, you guys. So very important, if you are interested in anything, make sure to type in the item name plus the price. That way, if we have multiple things that are the same price, we know what you're trying to claim. Okay. And if there is more than one person that is interested in claiming something, we will do a quick countdown to break any ties. Okay. And because of the lag, we are going, if we see something come in, we're going to wait a moment. It seems like lately, after we've been saying something, a bunch more will pop in because of the lag that we have. Okay. So we're going to, do you want me to do all of mine, Bill? Do you want
I think so. Let's do that. No, let's do all of them.
Just do all. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So here's our recap. All right. So from the choice round, I had 2 of the little place card little girls with their flowers. These were new old stock. I did take them out of their original packaging because the packaging was grody and just needed to go. So I have one red one. I have one blue one. If you want to claim either one of these, you can put red 8 or blue 8. They were $8 each. Or you can put both 16 if you want to claim them both. Okay. And so red 8, blue 8, or both 16 for those. And I'm going to set these down. Then I had the lucite birdie brooch. Get that back up here. Hopefully we can see it. The carved lucite birdie brooch was $24. It is carved from the backside to give it a little bit more dimension. It has an applied eye, safety clasp on the backside in good working condition. It's red, blue, and yellow. So if you want to claim that, it's bird 24 on the brooch. Okay. And then the other thing I had was the Napco Robin planter. It does have just a little bit of paint wear on it. It's a large planter. It has a factory kind of bubble that probably in the molding process, but it is painted there. 24 on the planter. If you're interested in that, you can type in Robin 24 or planter 24, whatever is easier for you to claim. Really nice condition, nice large planter for the spring. All right, bird 24. All right, and that was all of my recap items, and I'll get Bill over here.
Okay, so my first item was $50, and it was Little Hopple looking for a home, the Stife Bunny Rabbit, in excellent condition. One thing I didn't show before, not that it's a big selling point, but the underside of the ears are pink, but you can actually see the Stife grommet is still in place, as is the paper label with the model number on it that you can look up. Whiskers are still here. Even its little Hopple name tag is here. And the little furry tail is in perfect condition. So nice and white. So if you're interested, you could write Bunny 50. I also had those little Irish lass for $13, salt and pepper shakers. I think they're Napco. Napco makes the same thing in a salt and pepper, or in a napkin holder, and in a sugar and creamer. Just one little chip on her bonnet here, a tiny one. So if you're interested, you could write Irish 13 on these beautiful little salt and pepper shakers. And then the last thing I had, which I just showed, also salt and pepper shakers for $24. I had the Wales Longboy ducks, if anyone is interested. And there aren't any condition issues with these. So if anyone is interested, you can write ducks 24. And that's all I had, Amy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get us back both up here on the screen. If you guys are watching us on the replay and you see something in the recap that you're interested in, you can send either one of us an email, check and see if it's still available. All right. Thank you so much to Ruthie B for being our bid ender. Thank you to Kim and Karen G for helping out, putting helpful things down into the chat all evening. Thank you, ladies, so much. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. Even if we were just your entertainment for the evening, we just appreciate the company and hanging out with us. So thank you so much. Don't forget to send your information to us if you have not done that already, so we can get your goodies tomorrow when we're doing our invoicing. Bill, where can the people find you next? I definitely subscribe to Bill's channel. If you're not, follow him over on Instagram. Everything's down in the description of the video.
Well, I am obviously going to be back on Monday, everyone. Always here on Mondays with Jason, Mother Tucker Mondays. So you can find me there. I already have some great stuff chosen for that sale.
Okay. And if you guys weren't in Fantastic Finds last night, I'm going to be off next week, so I will not be on Fantastic Finds next Wednesday. Tina is filling in for me. So Tina and Jason are having a fun Easter sale next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are interested in coming to the antique show that Mama Pam and I will be set up on March 1st and 2nd in Jackson, Michigan, you can send me an email. I can get you that information. It's also on my community tab with that information as well. If you want to come and say hi, that would be awesome. And otherwise, I will be back Monday, March 4th with Bill and Jason. That will be my next sale on the YouTube. So thank you guys again so much. I hope that we made you feel a little bit warmer, help encourage the spring to come a little bit earlier this year so we can get on with a happy springtime. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing rest of your evening. Thank you so much, Bill, for coming over again. Always fun to sell with you, sir. All right, you guys. Thank you again so much. And we'll see you next time. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.